We've done some difficult fishing challenges before, but this challenge definitely ripped us right out of our comfort zone.
It's broken.
As we embark on a journey through Italy with no fishing gear at all.
Wasn't super successful.
And see if we can gather up enough fishing equipment in a place that we don't even speak the language, nor have seen anybody fishing, to try and catch something in these gorgeous waters of Lake Garda.
Okay, here we are in Italy, trying to find a store to buy fishing line and hooks to try and fish near a dock by our hotel. And we don't know where to get this stuff, but we're gonna try. We might need a cab, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this store is closed right now, but it says pesca, which I think is fishing in Italian. I hope. So we're gonna try it, but we're gonna go grab a little drink while we wait half an hour for it to open, and hopefully we can get some fishing stuff.
Yeah.
Get some bread or something.
We got it!
Okay, wasn't super successful. We got a fishing reel, some tiny little small hooks, some weights. We don't know how we're gonna make it work, but we're gonna try and catch some fish here in Italy on Garda Lake with it. Okay, we gotta find the freezer aisle and maybe find some shrimp or something. Full bait. Here's freezers. Okay, we've acquired shrimp and our tiny little lures, so we're ready to go to the dock and try and catch some fish.
We got a cab back and decided to do some sightseeing that day, so we had to wait till the next day to try out our ridiculous setup.
Okay, we got our fishing stuff yesterday, and today we're planning on going to find a little spot that isn't too busy and see if we can catch some fish.
Are those all bass?
Okay, let's try and set up one of these little things. Okay, so they got it set up in like a...
Those are ugly.
We were unsuccessful at finding actual fishing line, but there was this fishing reel for €4, and I knew it wasn't great, but it had line on it, so we were gonna try it.
What a jimmy-rigged little setup this is. It's broken. Awesome. Oh dear. Okay, next time probably should... Oh my goodness. Okay, on the world's cheapest lure. Okay, so I'm gonna take... Maybe if we take this rubber band off, we'll add some string line. Didn't come with the bobber I wanted. Come here, Mace. Hold your hand out. Okay. Now we gotta put bait on these hooks.
As in shrimp.
Put these on the hooks. Okay. Now, watch out, Mace. Okay. Okay. Now you give it a minute. Jerk it up and down a little bit. That's it, your hand chumming. There's fishes looking at it, don't worry. And then I'll make another one that's longer. Getting any nibbles? Well, we're not gonna catch carp. Bass is good. Okay, we set Mace up with some shrimp on the end of his hook with a little hand line technique. And there is lots of fish in here. Look at the size of that bass, Mace.
Oh my gosh.
So there is some big fish in here. And all we have is shrimp, so we're seeing. Make sure you jig it up and down, Mace. Oh, there's some fish coming.
Oh, look at that one.
Jig, jig, jig. We have to find out what these are after. I'm sure if we had a rod and some reels and some actual lures, we'd be hammering these things, but look at this.
Look. There's yellow. There's orange one.
Look at this. Look at all these.
What do you want from me?
Mace, don't.
Ooh, there's a white one.
Looks like a bunch of old goldfish that have been released into the lake. Not great for the ecosystem, but cool to see. And there's little bass from around here and a couple big ones. That is a carp. What beautiful water though. Just crystal clear. See, we're jigging this little shrimp. Oh, there's a bass looking at it still, Mace. Really, there is. Oh, there's a big bass. Oh, shoot, Mace. That's a bass there.
Whoa. I thought
That
that was
one
a
right there's a
carp.
bass. You can tell by the stripe on its side. See if I can get it closer. Look at that bad boy.
Oh, it's coming towards.
Jig, jig, jig. Oh, look at that big fella. Whew, that's a good size.
I thought that was a carp.
That is a good sized bass.
Oh, look.
And there's just, oh, jig, jig. Jig hard. There's just massive fish jumping out here. My goodness. How badly I want to come out here with a rod. Next time I come to Italy, I will be packing a lot different. Look, Mason got one.
It's an orange.
Hold it up. We got a fish.
It's orange.
Do you know what this is, buddy?
What?
This is a yellow perch, I'm pretty sure.
That's why it's orange.
Nice. Look at that. Mace caught our first fish. You want to hold it, Mace?
If you can hold this.
You can put it back in the water. Look at that, our first fish in Italy. Nice, hand fishing off of a dock.
Oh, look at this one.
Just chucking our lines with shrimp.
This. We're starting with feeding things in.
Jeez.
Okay, I think I need more shrimp.
This bag's right behind you.
This top one doesn't do anything.
Why don't you take the shrimp off it and put it on the lure? Oh my God.
Oh,
Look at the size of that. Come on, buddy.
is that a carp or a bass?
That's a bass.
That's a bass?
Big Papa King. Come on. Come on.
He's coming.
It was. took my damn.
Almost got away with it, didn't you? Did you throw it?
No, a damn fish came and took it.
Oh!
Look at that little bluegill. Little sunfish.
If you remember.
Sunfish in Italy.
Italian sunfish. Hey, one took mine. Hey, when I was looking, one took mine.
Moral of the story is if you brought some proper gear, like look at these bass. Look how clear this water is. I would come out here every morning.
Those are bass.
No, they're not. I would be out here every morning fishing. This is crazy.
I didn't know there.
You can just sit here and sight fish.
The bottom ones is what.
Look at that, they're nibbling at it. Oh. Oh.
The bottom ones are what the fish like. Watch out.
Yeah, they like when you get down low, hey?
Yeah. They don't like it being at the tippy top.
Yeah, I know, I noticed that.
That's why I don't like.
I just noticed that myself. Once you get low enough, the little fish start going for it. Oh, these big bass, I want them. There's a big bass here. Come on. Here, Bessie. Look at the cool colors on those. Oh, man.
Is that a carp or a bass?
That's a bass.
Oh my gosh!
You can tell by the stripe on their side, miss.
And they're
The side stripe is the most easy to tell thing.
gonna catch it.
I want to catch that bass too.
It's as big as a carp I just saw. You're big enough to hit that, little guy. I think I put too much on.
Got one.
Catch something other than sunfish, Dad. I'm the only one that got something other than sunfish.
You know what you do? If we can catch a small enough sunfish, use it as bait for that big fella.
Or the stripy ones. We could use the stripy ones. Because there's like,
A little piece of shrimp on this finangled hook.
it's like look at that.
And we just drop her down. I have a little weight. And then these little fish just come and swallow it. And you try and set the hook. You can see that's the white spot. That's my shrimp. Wait till they sink it and you set the hook. Just like that. Catching sunfish in Italy. Well, we know how to catch the sunfish now. Now we just got to figure out how to get these bass. And all we have is tiny little hooks. Shrimp. Alright. Pulled out this guy from Lake Garda. Do you want to put him in the water, mates?
Never seen one of those. Oh, I have.
Cool. Look at us. Catching fish in Italy. What a fun day fishing out here in Italy at Lake Garda. Caught some sunfish, pumpkin seed, a couple whitefish, and seen a ton of bass. and it really just makes us want to bring our rods out here. So next time we're out in Italy, we'll be bringing our rods for sure. But thanks for joining us in another episode of Family Fun Fishing, Italy edition. Fish on.